Hey everybody, I'm East Coast Pete. Welcome to my show, How Rock Was Saved. Today we're going to talk about Twelfth Night. Ever heard of them? Well, neither have I. Until now. Twelfth Night's a Brit second-wave prog rock band from Reading, south of London, formed in the 80s, and then again in 2007, and again in 2012, and again in 2014. Andy Revell on guitar and Brian DeVol began rehearsals with the impetus to win a talent show at Reading University. Among their retinue was a set painter and a dry ice engineer. Clive Mitten offered his services as bassist. Twelfth Night was first known as the Andy Revell Band. They first recorded their infamous Scan demo, which was never released, but bootlegs have surfaced. When Rick Battersby and Jeff Mann joined, it was their first band, but with Rick having trained in classical piano, Mann, who had provided vocals and an artwork, decided to throw in with the two. Piece Off the Wall band, known as the God Stars, Twelfth Night would now be an instrumental band. Their first release was a cassette tape that they called the First Tape Album. Musicians Only voted the tape as Demo of the Week, and that gave Twelfth Night a glowing review and a full-page article and the band's first national press. The band advertised in Melody Maker for a vocalist. Electra McLeod replied, Electra added lyrics to the instrumental pieces. The band put out a second cassette tape called the Electra Tapes. The vocals did little to enhance the sound, and Electrica was short-circuited. The album Live at the Target led to a publishing deal with Neptune, and I am assuming this is not live at a Target store. I think maybe the Target might be a venue in Britain somewhere. So, Pinnacle Records offered a distribution deal, and the band now had national availability. It even charted. They turned to Jeff Mann to be their vocalist. Another tape was released titled Smiling at Grief. Battersby left, and the Live at the Target tape was selling in America, Scandinavia, and Europe. I have no idea whether the American sales were at Target only. 1992 saw Fact and Fiction, a tape released. Mitten doubled on keyboards, and the band gigged as a quartet. There was a TV appearance on the David Essex Showcase on BBC One in June of '82. Two singles were released, Eleanor Rigby, a cover, and East of Eden. Battersby came back, and Twelfth Night headlined at London's Marquee. I don't think they redlined. That would be weird. In 1983 saw the Collector demo. Mann left, this time replaced by Andy Sears, a seasoned vocalist. And in 1984, tours and release of Live and Let Live, a live LP. They signed with Hit and Run Music, Peter Gabriel's label. They played for 1,500 fans at the Dominion Theatre that August, and they traveled to Liverpool to record their Art and Illusion LP with Gil Norton from Echo and the Bunnymen. it went to number 83 in the UK. This led to larger venues, and in 1986 they signed with Virgin Records. The album 12th Night was only moderately successful. Andy Sears left in 1986. Virgin was not yet good at promotion. Martin Watson was the new singer. Clive Mitten left to run a recording studio. The Virgin contract was terminated and 12th Night quietly ended. It's always darker before the dawn. Jeff Mann died of cancer in 1993, and then in 1996, Sears relocated to Spain, but he stayed in touch with the others. The first reunion was in 2007. Clive Mitten and Andy Sears announced a one-off gig performing 12th Night material. A second gig was added, and both Andy Revell and Brian DeVoy were back. Mark Spencer was the new keyboardist. They headlined at the 10th Tiana Festival in Barcelona. Jeff Mann's son James was invited on stage to sing a number remembering his dad. And here's the discography. First, tapes. Scan in 79. Why it's infamous, I'm not sure, unless maybe they were playing that whistle too much. 2, the first tape album, 80. And 3, early material in 80 also. 4, Smiling at Grief in 82, and this starts the LPs. Number 5, Fact and Fiction in 82. And I gotta say, this one was a bit much for me. Yeah. The sleeve art gets an A+, however. Art and Illusion in 84. Again, I think not. But the sleeve art also gets an A+. Somebody knows what they're doing artistically, if not musically, at this point. 12th Night, the Roman numeral XII, that's 12 in 86. And 8, Sequences in 18. Big gap between. And here are the live LPs. Live at the Target in 81. Live and Let Live in 84. MMX at 2010. And here are the DVDs. 1, Reading Rock in 83. 2, Live from London in 84. 3, Play On Archive in 09. And 4, MMX in 2010. Well, that's all I have about 12th Night. Next up, we're going to look at a band called It Bites. Thanks a lot for putting up with me for a little while. I'll be back and we can do it all again. Everybody take excellent care of one another.